everybody. Welcome to Coram Deo. Coram Deo is Latin for before the face of God. The idea being that everything we do is carried out in His presence. But to me, it means something deeper. It means that everything we do should be done with Him, under His authority, and for His glory. With, under, and for. My name is Blake Crawford, and my passion is simple: to help you know and experience the Lord on a deeper level. And my goal today in this devotional is to go deep, with some pointed observations, honest questions, and a practical application you can carry forward into your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's devotional is called Our Plans, God's Purposes. Seek Him before you start. We will be looking at Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. So, freshen up your coffee, grab your Bible, and let's dig in. Proverbs 19:21 says this: "Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand." I believe in setting personal goals. I think I've mentioned before, I've done that for about 20 years now, since starting college. After all, they say that if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. But while goal setting is a valuable discipline, it can become dangerous when you leave God out of your plans. Proverbs 19:21 doesn't say stop making plans. It says to remember whose plans truly stand. We can fill notebooks with strategies and timelines, action plans, and all that good stuff. But if we neglect to seek God's guidance, we could labor in vain, because only His purposes will endure and produce lasting fruit. Here's what I've learned the hard way. Don't make your plans and then ask God to bless them. Include Him from the start. Seek His direction before the pen hits the paper. Wait for His peace before you act. There's a difference between inviting God into your plans and surrendering them to Him. And that difference matters more than most of us realize and sadly practice. This posture requires humility. It means admitting that your best laid plans might not be God's plans. It also means being willing to pivot when He redirects, even when it doesn't make sense. But here's the promise. When you seek the Lord in all things and obey Him, He will move heaven and earth to guide you. His purposes will yield the greater blessing than your plans could ever hope to achieve on their own. Now, if you're reading this and thinking, I don't even know how to hear from God, don't panic. And don't be too hard on yourself. Two of the most helpful ways to start hearing from the Lord are to read His Word consistently and to ask Him regularly and honestly. And I do believe He will reveal to you what His will is. God's purposes are shown to be based on our heart's posture towards Him. The more you seek, the more He will reveal. The key is to remember that your relationship with Him affects everything. So seek the Lord in all things. Trust His purposes over your plans, and watch and see what He does. Today's big idea: don't make your plans and then ask God to bless them. Include Him from the start. Seek His direction before acting, and trust that His purposes will always outperform your own. A couple questions to think about. Do you have plans or goals for this year? Or for this week? Did you seek the Lord's guidance in making them? It's not too late. Another question, on a smaller scale. Do you pray about your day each morning and invite the Lord to lead it? I know for me, that's a discipline that I've gotten into. It's like kind of ordering my day with the Lord in the morning. I kind of review my schedule. I review calls that I have to make or conversations that I'm going to have that day. And I invite Him in, and I ask for Him to give me His wisdom, even ahead of time. It's kind of funny, too, because I often find myself when I am in conversations sometimes saying, the Lord shared with me this morning, and then I'll share something about, something related to that conversation. And it's almost like He prepared me in advance before I had that conversation. It's a good feeling. Third, have you had experiences where, in hindsight, you wished you'd involved the Lord sooner? Where you had made a decision and you thought to yourself, I wish I had talked to the Lord about this beforehand. What would it look like for you to start doing that more today? And with that, let's move into the application. This week, before you start each day, take 2 minutes to present your schedule to the Lord. Not a wish list, but an open hand. Share what's planned and ask Him to redirect anything that doesn't align with His purposes. Ask Him to be present. Ask Him to be, I like to say, be a whisper into my ear, Lord. And then trust that He's there with you. And lean into whatever you sense He's telling you to do or say. And at the end of each day, ask yourself, how did I do today? See if any patterns emerge that maybe cause you to be distracted and not follow through. And at the end of the week, look back and notice where He showed up in ways you didn't expect. And like always, it's great if you could record these things in your journal. In closing, thank you all for being here today and tuning in. My hope is that the Lord stirred something in you today that drew you closer to Him. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, or if the Lord placed someone on your heart that could benefit from hearing these words today, please share it with them. You can also follow Coram Deo on Facebook and Instagram for daily encouragement, or if you'd like to receive a daily email, go to my website, blakescrawford.com, and sign up. Well, friends, until next time, may God bless you and keep you.